Hello, everybody. Good evening. It's a good Monday, new week, new things. And today we are going to have something different. No ground talk live today, but we are going to discuss a very, very good topic about United being ruthless. It's been quite a transfer window. Not so many signings, but the outgoings have been quite a number. And today we are going to discuss about it. So, how was your weekend? How are we doing? How are we feeling? My weekend was good. At least I got to spend some time with my folks. Went up country to see how they are doing, and it's always good to take some time and see how the family is doing. Kaish Kim, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining the squad. Karibu sana to the UKG family. It's always good to welcome new squad members, and it's the first activity of the day. So, Kaish Kim, karibu sana. Welcome to the UKG community, one of the most non-toxic communities you'll ever find around here. So, yeah, as the caption says, Kevin Mwangi, hello ndo kudonjo. Karibu sana, Kevin. It's always good to see you. It's always good to see you. Yeah, Kaish Kim, you're saying thanks. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, so make sure you also hit the like button to get more people to join. That is guys on TikTok as well as YouTube, Facebook. Share the stream. Let's get the discussion started for the next 1 hour. So as I said, today is a bit different. We are not going to have Ground Talk Live, but we are going to discuss about Ruthless United, as the caption, as the thumbnail states. So a lot of things have been happening. The club has not been performing well. The players have not been performing well. Pressure on Amorim, pressure on INEOS to deliver, pressure on the players that we've used millions of pounds to buy are not performing. And one of the things that a lot of people have been saying is United need to be ruthless. And clearly, United have been ruthless. We've gotten rid of a big part of the bomb squad. You only have one player who's yet to go. We are going to mention about the player. But the rest of the players have gone. Some have gone out on loan, others have been sold. But United are being ruthless. We know that Amorim, looking at what he did at Sporting Lisbon, when he first went to the club, he got rid of 25 players. He got rid of star names, and that's what a rebuild is all about. We've been talking about a rebuild at Manchester United. It was done parts and bits, but it wasn't a perfect rebuild. We always went for players that managers wanted, but right now the policy has changed. The club is going for players that will fit any system, can play under any manager, and they are not signings that the manager wants. We've had reports, we've seen reports about Amorim preferring certain players like Martinez, and he's told no, we are going to go for Lamens because Lamens has a higher ceiling. He's young, he's cheap, his salary won't be as high, and yeah, we've seen such kind of issues being discussed, as well as Amorim being told no, we are going to go for the right players. You also look at how INEOS are signing players. They are going for young, energetic players that can be able to perform 90 minutes. You look at the likes of Dogu, he came in January. You look at Len Yoro, he's performing well. At the age of 19, 20, he's performing very, very well. So INEOS have changed their strategy. You also look at how they are handling the team at the moment. We are not overly paying for players. We are not handing them crazy contracts, 200K, 300K a week contracts. No, we're going for players that we pay around 150, 160, 70, 100K a week. And that's a good strategy. For example, you look at Chelsea. Yes, they buy players quite expensive, but they're not on high wages. So when it comes to selling them, it's quite easy for them. They can easily ship them out. One of the issues we've had, as we saw, and now we are going to look at the ruthlessness, is, for example, Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho. It was very difficult to ship them out, whether it's on loan or it's a sale, because a lot of clubs are not willing to pay their salaries. We are very lucky that Barcelona are paying a huge part of Rashford's salary. Aston Villa are covering 80% of Sancho's salary. And those are some of the players that are on high wages. You look at the rest that are there, Casemiro is one of them and is leaving. He's not being offered a new contract. So part of the ruthlessness is INEOS coming out and saying, no, we are not going to keep you. You are 33 plus years old. You can't perform at the highest level moving forward. And you are on high wages, so we'd rather use that money to sign a player, even if it's 100 million player, and they come in for a wage, let's say 120K. So that's, and INEOS have been quite ruthless. You look at Amorim, back in April, also in March, as well as May, he said that we need to be brave. And that's what we are seeing INEOS doing. We are being brave. We are taking risks. We are taking chances. We are letting go of some of the players. And that now brings me to this graphic here. You look at the players that we've actually let go. You see we have Rashford there, we have Sancho, we have Garnacho, Anthony. We knew that those players were already not in Amorim's plan. And then you look at Malacia. Malacia hasn't worked out. And it's sad that we let Alvaro Carreras leave to sign Malacia, which hasn't worked out. You look at Alvaro right now, he's performing well at Real Madrid, and he was an academy graduate. He was a player that was known to be for the future. He was supposed to be, for example, Patrice Evra's replacement, but we let him go. So poor decisions all around by the Glazers and the guys who are leading the team back then. So you look at the players we have right now and the academy players we have, we are giving them a pathway. So you look at the ruthlessness that has come with Onana, it has come with Højlund, and we are not happy that some of the players are leaving. For example, I'm not happy that Højlund is leaving, but it's the sort of ruthlessness we've been wanting. And we have now to get to those standards. We have to get to those standards of Real Madrid, the standards of Bayern, and some of the Premier League teams like Liverpool, Man City. If you don't perform, you are sold. We get another player to come in and perform. And we know that Berrada's philosophy or policy is, we give you 2 seasons. If you don't perform, you are gone. So if we have players that are on high wages, then it becomes difficult to move them on. So you look at Onana, he's already had 2 seasons. Fine, he hasn't gone out on a permanent, but he's gone out on a loan. He didn't perform. He came in with a high reputation, the best goalkeeper in the Champions League before he came. But it didn't work out. It hasn't worked out. He has had a lot of mistakes. And I think also the weight of expectation on Onana, having brought him in as the best goalkeeper in the Champions League, has caused us to be quite disappointed. But he's a good goalkeeper, as any other goalkeeper. But his mistakes, we can't afford at United. You need a goalkeeper that is confident. And we know that Onana is going to Trabzonspor on loan. And he's going to get more money than he's earning at United. So when he was asked, he said that he's going and coming back. But we all know that it's done. Onana won't come back. It was a clear statement. 3 games in the Premier League, no minutes. He gave a very poor performance against Grimsby. How would we expect him to come back? So the ruthlessness that INEOS has shown is one that I like, and fans are divided. We should keep these players, but you also need to remember what has brought us to this point. If it was still under Glazers and Edward Woodward, we could have seen players like Casemiro get an extension. He is in his last year of his contract. Casemiro would have been given a contract extension and probably a salary of 350k. 50,000 pound top up or increment. You look at Varane, he could have still been at the club. You look at Eriksson, probably could have given him a contract. But we let go of these players. Lindelof, we kept him far too long. You look at the deadwood we have, some of the players that are still at the club, they need to leave. We've kept Luke Shaw for far too long. Yes, he is a good player. Injuries have hampered him. But now if we want to be a top club again, we want to be a ruthless club again, we need to accept that it will be painful to lose some of these players. And some of the signings, if they don't work, you sell them. For example, if Cunha and Bumo don't perform the next 2-3 seasons, we should sell them. That's how a top club moves. We can't keep holding on players because they have huge reputations, they have potential. No. For example, Hoyland, he's had his chances. Yes, I would have loved to keep him as a second choice, but you look at it on the other side, if he's still not performing, then why do we keep him? Furthermore, if a player wants to leave, let them leave. If Kobe is insisting to leave, let him. The club is bigger than the player. Yes, I would feel bad that a player like Kobe Mino is leaving, but at the end of the day, the club is the club. It's Manchester United. We've lost good players in the past and we've still survived. Yeah, so INEOS have been quite ruthless. Kevin Mongio asking, do you think Amorim will start Laments? I think he will. He might. Not he will. I think he might. And we need to be in a position where we are not scared about new players coming in and making mistakes. It's part of life. It's part of the game. Yeah, some mistakes are costly, but Laments can play. Probably he'll come in, put in a good performance, and it gives him a confidence boost. I'm glad that he didn't play in the international break over the weekend or last week. And we need to have, if we bring in players, let them play. Let them play. City right now are not on good form. He can come in, put in a good performance. So we need to get to a point where we are no longer scared that a new player comes in and they don't perform. Now that Onana has left, it's Bayandia and Lamens. So if Amorim feels Lamens is the best, let him play. Honestly, I'm tired of having that hope of getting new players and then I get scared that they won't perform. No, if they come in, let them play. They'll make mistakes, one or two, but at the end they'll be good. Like Dogu. Dogu came in, got a red card. After that, he's been a top player. And we miss him whenever he doesn't play. So Ten Hag should be arrested for these crimes. Yeah, he should be arrested, but also if you look at how Glazers were running the club, it was just throwing the money at the problem and not actually solving the problem. So even if we wanted Amorim to come in and we sack him, bring in another manager, still the issues at the club are far much bigger. We said it in the Friday show, that the Friday Live, that the issue is not the manager, the issue is not the formation. The issue is that the club has been poorly managed over the last couple of years, and just signing players for the sake of selling shirts because they are big names. We are not going for the right profile. We are signing players that the manager wants, has brought us to this point. So, yeah, Ten Hag has a part to play in it because, for example, letting go of players like McTominay. Of course, he was not performing, but the replacements we got are not good enough. We are a top club. Manchester United is a top club. You should always replace the players with other top players. For example, Malacia. Why would we go for Malacia? He's a weak fullback. I would rather we go for another better fullback, or Alvaro. He was there. So, yeah. Dolphin, you're saying no more Nana Howlers. God is good. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of United fans are happy. I'm also happy. It's sad to see a player leave. Honestly, it's sad, but it didn't work out. If you are honest, it didn't work out. Onana had far too many mistakes. Fine, the first season we could have allowed. Even David De Gea had howlers in the first season, but after that he matured. He became a top goalkeeper. Yeah, so we need to... sorry, my dog is playing. That's why you're hearing the barking. So I apologize for that. Yeah, so... yeah, Onana is gone. We wish him all the best. And we hope that he performs well so that we can sell him on a high fee. But I don't see him playing for United again. Josh254, hi. Hi, how are you? How are you doing? Sorry. I'm good. I'm excited. It's a new week. I get to see you guys. I get to have a chat with you. Yeah, so... yeah, karibu sana. Kevin, you're also saying, I know Onana is going to perform there because no pressure there. Yeah, of course. And one thing that we do need to understand is most of the time when a player goes to a new club, when a player goes to a new club, let's say they change from their club they are playing for, they go to another club, they always perform because they want to prove a point. And it's quite easy to come out and say, you see, the parent club is the mistake. The parent club didn't know how to use him. But the player goes there and starts performing. Why? Because they want to prove a point. They want to show that it was not their issue. Furthermore, they also want to create a situation where they can also get moves elsewhere. So at the end of the day, as much as we think that the parent club or the club they were before, the former club, was the issue, you find that the player goes there and they change. Probably where they were not training as hard. They were not following the schedule. They were not dieting well. They were not eating well. They were just passengers. Then they go to a new club. They start performing well. It's similar to employment. You sometimes you find that you get too comfortable in the place you work. Then when you go to a new company, you see that this is a new lease of life. This is a different environment. Let me not waste this chance. So that's how also football works. So Nana will go there, he will perform, and I'm pretty sure guys will start saying that United is the problem. But Onana is going there to prove a point, to say that he's still a good goalkeeper. So he will perform, he will put in good performances to prove a point. Yeah, so Kevin, I agree with you. Number one, there is no pressure. The media won't be so much on him. But at the same time, whenever someone goes to a new place, even ourselves, even when you go, let's say, you are moving houses, you're going to a new job, you're starting a new venture, you're always excited. You want to do things differently. And more often than not, you succeed. Josh 254, you're saying very true. You've said hi again, Sasa Pua. I thank God, Kevin, you're saying, I thank God Bandia didn't play yesterday. Imagine if he was the one conceding 6 goals. Yeah, I'm also happy he didn't play, because his confidence will have gone down. His confidence will have been shot. Conceding 6, and then the next game is City and Chelsea, it will have been tough on him. So I'm glad. I'm glad he didn't play. I'm happy. And then you're saying midday metugeuzia. Yeah, I saw a post on X posted by Sky Sports, and the quote says it's very risky for Onana leaving United because he's a very good goalkeeper. Yes, he has made mistakes, but he's proven himself at Inter and he has been very good at United overall. So I'm wondering what game was this person watching? Robert Anshaw. What game was Robert Anshaw watching? Which Onana was he watching? Because at the end of the day, Onana was very poor. He was very poor in goal. And it's quite easy to say that he is one of the worst goalkeepers we've had. Even the number 2s we've had at the club, for example, Lindegaard, he was good. He was not playing many games, but whenever he got a chance, he was good. You look at Romero, he was good. He won us the Europa League final. The entire campaign, he was marvelous. So the same media were saying that United need to get a new keeper. United need to find a solution for their goalkeeping. United need to let players go that are not performing. Then when we let them go, they start saying, we shouldn't have let them go. We should have let them stay. Come on, pick a side. Pick a side. Do you want them to stay? Do you want them to leave? So when United are making moves to actually remedy the situation at the club, the media is not happy. We are making the wrong decisions. They said the same for Garnacho. We really don't care whether he goes to Chelsea and performs or he goes to Chelsea and flops. We just want the club to win matches. We just want the club back to where it belongs, at the top. The same media are saying that our recruitment is poor. We go in, buy good players, then they say, they are buying unproven players. We bought Lamens, then they are saying this is unproven. When City bought Ederson, none of that was said. When Liverpool bought their keeper, nothing. But when United go out and buy a name that is not known, then it's an issue. when United are getting rid of passengers, are getting rid of players that are not performing, United is the issue. He is a top player. They should have given him more time. When you give them more time, they don't perform. Then they start saying poor recruitment. Poor recruitment. They should get top players. I mean, you can never win with these people, honestly. You can never win with these people. So, Kevin, media imetugezia. The media is becoming a chameleon. In Kenya, we say watermelon. JJ, thanks for joining the stream. I think it's your first time chatting, as well as Josh 254, if I'm not wrong. So, JJ, karibu sana. You're saying I'm not a United fan, but I believe United problem is beyond the players and the coaches. Exactly. It's beyond the players and the coaches. Bring in even the Liverpool squad to the United environment. They will still not perform. We were a top club with old gym equipment, with old technology, training technology. Just recently, 2 months ago or 1 month ago, is when we've renovated our training grounds and equipped it. So bring in a player like Salah to that environment. Bring in a player like Haaland to that environment, like Isak. They will not perform. Because the other clubs are way ahead of us in terms of their training facilities, in terms of their gym equipment, in terms of the technology they use to analyze games. We were so behind, and now we are starting to catch up. And the unfortunate bit is we are catching up, and we don't have money. If United had money, you could easily catch up to the other teams, because it's a matter of, for example, getting rid of 11 players and getting 11 players in. But we can't. You saw like the Mbumo deal take 6 weeks to get finalized. Because we have to negotiate to make sure you have enough money. For example, if we had money, we go to Brighton, they tell us Baleba is 120, we pay it straight cash. Yeah, there you go. Give us the player. We can't do that. So, the issue, JJ, I agree with you, and thanks for highlighting that comment. The issue is beyond the manager. And it's quite funny that also the media is clueless. The media is clueless. They don't know, or they know, but they decide to turn a narrative. Kevin Mwangi was saying, indeed, when you are big, you're just big. Yeah, as we say, hated, but never ignored. We are hated, adored, but never ignored. Onana has been sold. It's now a big thing. You got on X, it's trending. Onana exits to Manchester United to Trabzonspor. It's trending. Everyone is saying that it's a mistake. The same people who are saying that we need to get rid of Onana. Yeah. Cunha hasn't scored in the Premier League. They are starting to say that United are not using him. He's not a number 10. He's not a striker. They're starting to come up with a narrative. You can never win with these guys. Yeah, we are big. City lost. Nothing. They are 13th. Nothing. A United player scores in an international break. It's breaking news. They flop. Breaking news. Other teams, nothing. JJ, you are saying you watched Garnacho struggling to train, and Fofana was laughing, telling him welcome to Chelsea. Exactly. Because they were passengers. These guys were passengers. Because they knew at the end of the day, I'm going to play the next game. It also happens locally. Look at the small teams we play in. Let's say we have the futsal, football we play after work or weekends. You find that even in our professional leagues in the country, a player knows, I'm good, I will always be selected, I won't train. It's the same with these players. They struggle. When they go to other clubs where they find things are different, they struggle. He has gone to Chelsea, he has found that the training facilities are quite different from what he was used to at United. They struggle. When the manager comes and says they don't work hard enough, then they are wondering, what are you saying? You're not working hard enough. And I'm performing, I'm scoring, I'm assisting. They go to another top club, They look at the way those guys are training, then they are like, oh, this is different. You remember what Cristiano Ronaldo said about United? We are still stuck in the early 2000s. We are using the same facilities. Carrington was built in, I think, 2013. Still the same facilities. Nowadays, players are doing, for example, aqua training, running in a swimming pool. They have oxygen chambers for quick recovery. United didn't have that. That's why you saw our injury list was always growing and not shortening. So, JJ, that's a very good point. Garnacho was struggling. And he will continue to struggle because he's not used to that. He's not used to working hard. He was not used to fighting for his place. Right now, he's gone to a team where if you don't fight for your place, if you don't train hard, you won't play. But yet again, as United fans, when we tell Chelsea fans the same thing, they say that we are jealous. We are jealous. We are not jealous. It's just that we know that the player was a passenger because he knew at the end of the day he will play the next game. And you saw Amorim when he dropped him for the Europa League final, he complained because he was so used to starting games. They are not used to fighting for their places. Look at Rashford at Barcelona. He's struggling. Because at United, the coach was telling them, this is the way I want you to play. Then they decide to do their own things. They score. It's mitigated. You scored, so fine. It worked. Player power. He's gone there. He's being told, no, we need to work with the team. It's not about dribbling, running, and crossing or shooting. No. It's a team effort. He's struggling. And that's the sort of players Amorim wants. They work for the team. They don't work for themselves. You look at Garnacho, you look at Anthony Sancho, you look at Rashford. They were playing individual play. Because they were used to, as long as the team is winning, personal brilliance, player brilliance, that was what was winning United games. We are not used to playing as a team. United, we are not used to playing as a team. And I like the ruthlessness. If you do not fit the philosophy, if you do not fit the character, if you are not up to listening to the coach, you are gone. You are absolutely gone. You want more money, like Onana, you are gone. And that's how a top club should perform. You remember under Fergie. You show a bit of pride, you are bigger than the club, you're bigger than the manager, you are gone. Doesn't matter whether you're Beckham, you're Ronaldo, you are gone. And that's the sort of club that I want back. And Amorim is bringing that back. So when I see guys saying Amorim out, I don't understand what they're actually looking at. Probably they just want to see us win. And Amorim did say, we can change. We go to ways of winning, we win matches. Then in a few months, we are back to where we are. The other route is we suffer at the beginning. We sort all these issues out. As JJ has pointed out, the issues are much larger than the coach, than the players. We sort all of them out, recruitment, health, medical, in terms of nutrition, in terms of training facilities. We change all that. It will take more time, but in the end, we have a consistent team that will win matches consistently. We'll challenge for titles consistently. We don't want that. So we don't want to win a few games, then come back here. At the same time, we don't want to suffer and go through the rebuild. So we have to pick one. And I keep saying it's the real world. Chariot, welcome to the stream. You're saying most United players are stars in their heads and not in their feet. Exactly. They think they're the top players in the world. They think that they're the be-all, end-all. They think that without them, the team will suffer. Yeah, they think that it suffer. Individual brilliance, they win, and then they're like, I'm the top player, I can't be dropped. No, we can't continue having that. We need team goals. We need the team to fight for each other. You saw in most instances, and you look at, for example, Rashford, you look at Garnacho, you look at Sancho, you look at Højlund, they lose the ball, they don't follow back. They throw their hands up, they start walking back or jogging back. Right now, you look at that United team, when they lose the ball, they're actually fighting for it. They are going back and fighting for it. Look at the Burnley game. As much as we won late, but you look at how we are fighting to get back the ball. We are not allowing teams to dominate. You even look at the Arsenal game, the Fulham game. That's the sort of character we need. We no longer need players that once they lose the ball, they start throwing their hands up, start talking with the referee or the linesman, and we are being attacked. So, yeah, Chariot, as you said, most players think that, like Garnacho thinks he's Ronaldo. And Ronaldo, at his age, at 21 years old, he was already a superstar because he worked hard for it. He worked hard for it. And that's the issue with young players and social media nowadays. Young players are getting to a position where they get hyped up by social media. They think that they are the best players in the world. Look at also Lamine Yamal, how he spoke. Because he thinks he's the best player in the world. And others have come and failed. You remember Ansu Fati? Ansu Fati was a top player to a point where he got a 1 billion euro release clause. What happened? He became just any other normal player, bounced around clubs. Now he's at Monaco. So we need the players of old age back, where they worked hard. I was watching a video today morning about Rooney. He got tackled, he got injured, told off the referee, then he got a pass and scored. Our players can't do that. Even Bruno himself, he moans a lot. They think they are superstars. This social media and media thing has really caused issues with our players. And also posing for the gram. You find a player loses the chance, they lie down, they hold their hands like that, and then you see them looking at the camera, like to make sure that they are getting the best shot. Come on, just play ball. Do you know how many people wish they could get that chance? Personally, I wish I could have gotten that chance to play football at the professional level. I wish I could have gotten to that part, and I'm sure most of you will have wished or are wishing to get to that point where your name is at the back of one of the top clubs, whether locally or internationally. Even right now, there are players who play for other smaller clubs who wish could get that opportunity. They work hard to get that opportunity. For example, look at a player like Yoro, like Dogu. They've come in and they are playing superb. They are playing their hearts out. The Garnacho situation will still be same wherever he is. Let's see whether he changes. Probably Maresca and Chelsea will change him. But as I said last time, if he doesn't change, he will perish. He will just become any other United graduate that burst into the scene. Yeah, you remember Adnan Januzaj, Federico Makeda, all of them perished. Now they are playing for smaller clubs. Chariot, you're saying Garnacho used to fool us with one spectacular goal and 15 missed clear chances. Yeah. You remember the game against, was it Atletico Bilbao? Could have killed that game, 1-on-1. Missed the chance. Then the same player complains that he didn't play in the final. Once he scored that chance, we couldn't have worked so hard for the win. Yeah, so then you look at players like Maguire, they were dropped. They never made noise, never went to social media to say nasty things about the club. And they came back, and right now Maguire is one of the top players at the club. So why can't those players do the same thing? How come it's different with these young players? You look at Mason Mount, he's been injured. He's been getting a lot of stick on social media, but he worked hard. He's now getting a chance in the team. Yeah, so, he used to score one spectacular goal. And as I said, they mitigate. They don't work hard. They do one thing. They mitigate it. So everyone keeps quiet. But overall, their performance was not good. Even Rashford, after Mourinho left and Ole, he became like a superstar. And he thought that he's the be all end all. JJ, you're saying United fans must accept the changes and struggle for a while and build a team that will perform. JJ, you are posting very good nuggets, with wise nuggets there. Yeah, we need to suffer. We have to accept. We need to accept that we will suffer. And as I said, I'm ready for that. In fact, last season I told guys after Amorim was hired, don't expect much. Don't expect much because these players are not it. These players are not it. Yeah, JJ, those are good. Those are good points there. We need to accept the changes and we will struggle for a while. All teams right now, including Chelsea, including Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, they had to suffer. City suffered a bit because they have money. In 1 year, they cleared out the whole defense. They brought in new ones. Some of them didn't work, sold them, got new ones. You look at the squad City had last year, you compare the squad they had 3 years before that, completely different. We are not in a position to do that. The Glazers have been siphoning money from the club. You're saying Chelsea, the Chelsea model will surprise many. You are mocking them when they were buying players. Yeah, it will surprise many. At first I was like, why are they buying so many players? But I'm now seeing the sense in it. Chelsea are making a lot of money. They are making a lot of money from these players. Thanks Cheru 4859 for following. Welcome to the UKG squad. Yeah, Chelsea, their squad is good. And they've gotten young players on low wages and they are making a profit out of it. They have the facilities to buy players and they are giving them 6-year, 7-year, 9-year contracts. So when you amortize it, it's cheap. It's a cheap buy. And when you sell them, you'll get the money back. So you buy a player at 20, 30 million. You sell them at 55, 60 million. They are making money. And they are going for different profile of players. So the coach has variety of tactics. But now the coach has to perform. Because if you don't perform, then it means you have to... Yeah, it means that you have to get sacked. Sorry. For some reason, TikTok gave me a warning. I don't know why. I don't know whether I went offline for a bit. But I'm seeing I'm online. So if you guys can hear me, just let me know you can still hear me. I think we went a bit offline on TikTok. Yeah, so Chariot, you're saying we should have let Mainu leave. He's likely to buy Rashford's behavior. Yeah. There's someone, I was watching a podcast in the morning, and one of the journalists was saying that actually the king or the the leader of that player power was Rashford. Of course, I can't verify because the journalist is not quite known, but also we have to understand that a lot of negativity has gone towards Rashford. But yeah, I agree with you in terms of that superstar mentality, as well as the little we know about the player behaviors. Probably Mainu could catch on to that. One thing that I don't appreciate is this aspect of players feeling that they deserve to play. You have to work hard for that position. Positions won't be handed to you. And as I said, most of these players that were sold felt that they deserved to play, whether they work hard or not. For example, like Onana, probably he felt that he was the best goalkeeper in the Champions League in 23-24, so he deserved, or 22-23, so he deserved to be the first keeper. Rashford, best player at United of a couple of years, he felt that, yeah, as much as I don't need to work hard, I deserve to play. So if, as I said, if Mainu wants to leave to play, let him. Let him go. I would rather I have 20 or 20, a squad of 23 players that are not known, that are not superstars, but we win titles. Look at what Sporting did with Amorim. They went for players that are not known. They tapped into the academy. Won 3 titles in 4 years. So if Mainu wants to leave, let him go. Of course, we will feel pain. We will feel bad when we see him go to another club and perform, but we want players that will represent the club, will represent the badge. Mainu is a top player. I believe he's the future of United. But it also comes down to the player. If he doesn't want to stay, that's fine. Let him go. Let him leave. Chariot, you are saying, JJ, no one is mocking Chelsea. You didn't get the point. No, I think JJ is talking in terms of general terms. Generally, guys have been making fun of Chelsea, including myself, that they are just buying players. But now, after I looked at the summer window, I understand why Chelsea went for that model. And they've made a lot of money. You look at the overall spend, they've spent very little. They spend very, very little money. Like Madueke going for 55, and they bought him for around, what, 20, 30? That's a good model. We mzee now create group ya Manchester manzi Delva. Yeah, I said that I will want to create. I don't have a problem creating a WhatsApp group for United fans. The only issue I have at the moment is I need someone to come in and help me moderate. Yeah, I can create, but as I said, I can't do it all. I can't manage everything. So if you guys are willing to become moderators on the group, why not? We can create a group. We can create, because I don't want to create a group, then we have guys posting irrelevant things on the WhatsApp group. So yeah, it's still on our idea book. We have an idea book where we take all ideas. So yeah, it's still in the pipeline, but our WhatsApp group is amazing, but we need guys to help us moderate, because also the other guys on the stream, we have like day jobs. Most of the time we might not be there to moderate. So yeah, Delva, if you are willing to become a moderator of the group, let me know. Shoot me a DM. Chariot, you are saying they are not hardworking. Yeah, of course, most of the players we've sold this squad here, they are not hardworking. Yeah, for example, the guy on the bottom left, Sancho, he used to play FIFA until 3 a.m. in the morning, and there's training. He doesn't run. He doesn't want to go back and tackle. So yeah, I agree with you on that. Cheru, yeah, welcome to the UKG squad. It's always good to have new members in the UKG family. Chariot, JJ, you're saying, please give your view of the top four this season and the performance of the big six. The top four, first of all, Liverpool might win the league. The way the squad is, the way they are playing, the players that they've got, Liverpool have a big chance of retaining the title. Arsenal will be in the top four, but I don't see them getting second place this year. City always do this. City always start poorly, and by the time you are getting to December, January, February, it's a totally different squad. So I also expect to see City in the top four as well as Chelsea. So that's my top four. So number one, Liverpool. Number two, I'll go for either City or Chelsea. Number three, I'll go for Liverpool. Number four as well, it's either City or Chelsea. That's my top four prediction. In terms of the big six has changed. Honestly, the big six has totally changed, because United is no longer a big six, unless we are talking in terms of the club size. But the big six has changed, because Newcastle might also do wonders. We saw them play against Liverpool and they had a good game. Bournemouth seem to be still solid. Brighton, they look like they're still solid. Aston Villa have lost a couple of players, but they got new signings. So in terms of 5 and 6, Tottenham is there as well. Tottenham, they've gotten good players. Kudus is a good signing for them. Kudus is a top signing for them. So they might get 5th, 4th, thereabout. Newcastle will be there, because they've also gotten good players. Folterman is good. That striker is good for his size, and then Newcastle play and his physicality. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say 5, 6 probably Tottenham, Newcastle. United, I'm seeing top 10. I'm not seeing us making top 6, but surprises do happen. The league is still young. It's still early in the league. Things might change by the time we are getting to January, February, because also the Champions League is starting. Some of these teams that are playing the Champions League, will have some of their players either out injured or they're tired. So yeah, things might be different. And as Wazir Baba is saying, I think it's the first time as well you're commenting on our stream. Karibu sana to the UKG stream, United Go Ground stream. So you're saying Manchester United is really underrated. I believe so. I believe United is really underrated. And you look at how we played, other than the Grimsby game, you look at how we've played the Premier League so far. We are a few things away from being a very, very serious team. A very serious team to contend with. Serious team to contend with. Because you look at the chances we've missed, for example, hitting the crossbar, hitting the post, goalkeeper saves, VAR mistakes. United is playing wonderful football. The media, I told you guys, the media will always make it out like United is still underperforming. But you look at the stats, we are top in most of those stats in terms of crosses, chances created, shots on goal, expected goals. It's just that now we just need the front three to start scoring. Sheshko, Mbumo, and Cunha to start scoring. And you saw Mbumo is starting to get on form. He scored in the Burnley game. He provided 2 assists in the international break. And he's starting to get back into form. Cunha, of course, you saw that he can come up with something out of nothing. Like the Arsenal game, you saw him dribble past 5 players and get that chance on goal. And he wasn't fully fit. So, Wazir, I'm agreeing with you. United is totally underrated. Chariot, you are saying United youngsters should learn from the likes of Famin, Gavi, Gula. Patience with hard work is key. And I agree with you, and I want to add that also the club culture matters a lot. The club culture matters a lot. You look at those players you've mentioned, look at the club culture. Look at the coaches that are in those clubs. For example, Barcelona. He's a very, very strict boss. The final boss, as I said, the final boss has followed the UKG community. Welcome to the UKG squad, the final boss. You've just followed us on TikTok. As well as Jose Nyaoke. Welcome, both of you. Welcome very much to the UKG squad. And we're always happy to welcome new members to the squad. And in case you're following, and you're not, in case you're on the stream and you're not following, please make sure you do give us a follow. Oh, wow. The final boss has just gifted us mad gifts. Just join the stream and you've gifted us. You've sent 1 rose and you've sent some other 2 gifts. What is that? Love you so much. Yeah, thanks a lot. This is massive. I appreciate you. God bless you very much. Not only did you just follow us, you've also gifted us. So welcome, and thank you very much for the gifts. Yeah. So coming back to this comment here is, I was saying that we need to have a look at the club culture. Yeah, the club culture matters a lot. Because the coaches in those clubs, you look at also in the Premier League, you look at Maresca, you look at Pep, you look at Arne Slot. All of them are strict coaches. You also look at Arteta. They are strict coaches, and the environment supports them in terms of setting up those policies. So Amorim is also getting that support. He's saying, I don't want these players, and he's told fine. We see that the players are a problem. Yeah, we've let them go. So, yeah, they need to have a look at that, as well as the club culture matters a lot. A lot has been going wrong behind the scenes. We can't be allowing players to play FIFA until 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning and still allow them to play the game or even train. They should be getting fines. Moha, you are saying Liverpool forever. Good to you, man. Good to you. You guys are doing well. And as I said, I don't kick out fans from other teams. Yeah, we are a Manchester United community, but overall we discuss football. Yeah, as long as we keep it objective. We've had some fans who come in and are quite abusive, using vulgar language, but I welcome all fans. So Moha, it's good to see you. Of course, you're a rival fan, but yeah, Liverpool, credit where it is due. You guys are doing a very good job. The signings you've made, you better win the league this season. Waziri was going on saying that Manchester United is really playing good football. The only problem is scoring. Exactly. We are not scoring goals. Like the Arsenal game, we should have gotten at least 3 goals. Of course, VAR mistake to deny the penalty. But others we could have scored, like the Mbumo shot, the Cunha shot. And also, Arsenal have a good goalkeeper. Raya is a good goalkeeper. And for some reason, the opponent keepers are usually on form during our games. I don't know what happens, but when they come to play against United, they are always on form. But when they go to play other games, they become rubbish. Who will be the number 1 keeper of United? Well, at the moment, the reports are stating that it will be Bayandia. Bayandia will be number 1. Sane Lamens will be number 2. But I keep saying Amorim is a strange one. Amorim is a crazy coach. He can even decide to play Sane Lamens in that City game. Yeah. So, but right now the reports are like Bayandia is first, Sane Lamens is second. So, Justus, I think it's also your first time commenting on the stream. So if so, welcome to the UKG community and feel at home. JJ, United should work on their salary structure. They are struggling to sell players with high salaries. Yeah, I've mentioned that when we started the stream. I say that right now they are fixing it. The highest salary that they've offered a new player is 160 or 180. Can't remember. I think that's Delict and Cunha. So we are not. United is no longer giving 200k plus salaries. That's why we didn't even go for Donnarumma, because Donnarumma, I think he has a reported salary of 500k a week, although on the books they are saying 250. So either way, 250, 300 is a lot. Yeah. So we have 6 minutes to go. So in case you have any comments, any question, please post them on the stream. We'll highlight them. We'll read them. Yeah, we have 6 minutes. Do you want us to discuss anything? Ask away. I think I've answered that. Will be the number 1 keeper of United. I said for now the reports are stating that Bayandia will be number 1. Sane Lamens will be number 2. So let's see how it goes. Yeah. So overall, I'm happy that we are becoming ruthless. United is not playing about. Amorim is clear on his vision, and it's not all about him. It's all about the club. You look at the work he did at Sporting. He did a wonderful job. He got support. They sold players. Even Bruno was part of the player squad that was sold. And Sporting went through a very, very difficult time, because when they were losing games, the ultras went to the training ground and harassed the players. In fact, some of the players tore up their contracts. But you look at Sporting now, and even when Amorim was there, they were top club. They could even match the likes of Man City and beat them. So, as JJ said, we need to accept that it will take time to sort out the club. It will take time to get new players in. It will take time to sell the players we have or let them go because some are on high wages. We also need to get to a point where we accept that some of the top names, the fan favorites, will leave. They will leave the club. But at the end of the day, Manchester United is bigger than a player. And what I'm happy about Amorim, about INEOS, about Berrada, Wilcox, is player power is ending. Player power has ended. We no longer have that. So the INEOS era has officially begun. It will be painful. It is painful. We will complain. We will make noise. But at the end of the day, performances on the pitch will not come until we sort out the issues at the club. We have a huge debt brought about by the Glazers. it seems that Sir Jim Ratcliffe wants to buy out the club. The Glazers don't want to let go of the club. And we know that right now United don't have cash flow. The fans, as fans, we are divided. And one thing I don't like about the fan base is I think we are the only fan base in the world that is quite divided when it comes to the United. Because we have some fans who are supporting players, some fans who are supporting the club, some fans who are supporting the manager. For example, when you ask about a certain player, some fans will say, no, we need to let him go. Other fans will be like, no, if a manager cannot find space for this player, then the manager is the problem. So, for example, let me ask, you say the manager has to play a player, the player gets injured, what next? Or the player gets the chance, does not perform, what next? You've changed the manager to bring in a manager that plays the player, what next? So we need to get to a position where we support United first, then we support the manager second, we support the players third. But we can't be supporting players who are not performing. The only thing that the coach can do is to give the tactics. Thanks, Josh254, for following. Thank you very much. The only thing that the club can do at the moment is support the manager. The manager goes to the training ground. The manager gives his tactics, gives his training. But when it comes to the pitch, it's the players who perform. The manager cannot coach during the game. And we've seen, as JJ has also mentioned, one of the issues we have is we are not scoring goals. So thanks very much. And I'm happy, as guys are on TikTok, you can see, Love Guy Charlton has also joined the squad. Welcome very much to the UKG squad. Welcome. Today we've hit our 3,000. We've surpassed our 3,000 follower mark. Let me see whether I can get... can it play? Let me see. We need to play a celebration sound right here. I don't know whether... there you go. Let me play it again. Yeah. We've hit 3,000 plus followers on TikTok. We have 2 viewers on YouTube. We have 17 viewers on TikTok. We've had 6 followers today on TikTok. Let me see whether on YouTube we were 79 subscribers. Let's see whether the number has increased. It's still at 79. And as you can see on the top left, it's road to 100. We want to get to 100 subscribers on YouTube. So guys, please make sure you also go to YouTube, United Qua Ground. You hit the subscribe button. You also hit the like button. And everyone who's watching on YouTube, thanks very much for being with us. And let me go through some of the comments. The hour is up, but I'll read a few comments, then we leave. So let us, Josh, you're saying, thanks, Josh, for following. You're saying, let us support this manager for once. Exactly. Let's do it. Let's just stick with Amorim. I don't care whether we finish 8th, we finish 11th, we finish 1st, we finish 2nd. We can't keep changing managers, honestly. But also Amorim now needs to show something. I would rather we have the Burnley kind of performance all season. Even if it's a draw, at least the team is showing that it's improving. So, yeah, let's support the manager. El Madrigal. Oh, so you've come. Hi, brother. You've come while we are leaving. You've just joined while we are leaving. But anyway, don't worry. It's always good to see you. Ricky MCU, I think it's also your first time joining the stream and commenting. You're saying they started well against Burnley, they just keep switching off. Yeah, I mentioned that on Friday, that you look at the moments when we concede, we just lose concentration a bit. So Ricky MCU, thanks for that observation. Yeah, it's a problem. It's a mentality problem, and United need to fix that. The manager needs to fix that. Also, the players themselves need to fix that. The number of times I've seen Amorim frustrated on the touchline, too many. Too many. He's not happy with some of the things the players do. For example, rushing passes, not being in the right position. But it will come with time. It will come with time. El Madrigal, you're saying, but he should change the formation to 4-3-3. I keep saying the issue is not the formation. The issue is not the formation. Because even if they line up as a 4-3-3, when the actual game is being played, the formation doesn't show. Let's just be honest. And I want you to observe even the international games that are being played. Teams will line up like a 4-3-3, a 4-2-3-1, a 4-4-2, but when the game is being played, the formation always changes. So the issue is not the formation. The issue is the players don't want to work hard enough. The players, simply, they don't want to work hard enough. They don't want to track back and tackle. They don't want to run into positions. We are being unlucky with the scoring. So the issue is not the formation. The issue is much larger than the formation, much larger than the players, much larger than the manager. It's the culture issue. And once we fix the culture issue, then United will be a top club again. So, and I said I like the 3-4-3 formation because during defensive phases, it can be a 5-4-1. During transitional phases, it can be a 4-4-2, it can be a 4-4-3, it can be a 3-5-2, it can be a 3-4-3. So the 3-4-3 is a very good system. It's just that the players, I said, there has been a lot of player power. They want to do their own things and not follow the instructions of the coach. We have teams that have been winning with 3-4-3. Wolves have been beating us with 3-4-3, and Cunha was part of the front three. Yeah, Wolves were playing 3-4-3. In fact, when they beat us last, they played 3-4-3. So you look at also Liverpool, the game they played against Arsenal. During transition, it was a 3-4-3. When they line up, it's a 4-3-3, but during transition, is a 3-4-3. You look at even City. City ends up being like a 2-4 something, 2-4-5 or something like that. So the formation is not the issue. The issue is, are the players getting the philosophy? Are the players understanding their positioning? Are the players technical enough to understand that as much as I'm attacking, I also need to defend? So even if we change the formation, the players still, we've tried 4-3-3, we've tried 4-1-4-1 Diamond, we've tried 4-2-3-1 with previous managers. Still, same problems. Same problems. So, for example, in a 4-3-3, let's now convert to a 4-3-3. Who plays as the pivot? Do you play Casemiro there? He will be overrun. Do you play Ugarte there? Not good on the ball. So who do you play as the pivot? Do you play Mainu there? He's not that sort of a profile. So let's not only look at, let's say, the attacking players. Let's also look in terms of defense. If you want to play a 4-3, does it mean you take one of the defenders and put them as a pivot? So to me, the issue is not the formation. The issue is the culture issue. The players are not willing to work hard enough. And we've been recruiting players in the wrong way. Yeah, so let's go through the highlights today. So we have Kaish Kim. Welcome to the squad. You joined us today. We have Kevin Mwangi, one of the regulars. He's been with us since day one. Dolphin as well. Such a legend. You're always with us. Then we have Josh254, who's also followed us today. We are going to see that. JJ as well, who says he's not a United fan, but welcome to the squad. Welcome to the UKG squad. Then we have Cheriot, a regular as well. Always good to see you. Then we had, who else? We had Delva, who's asked for a WhatsApp group. Yeah, we can have one, but I need guys to be moderators. Cheru, 4859, thanks for joining the UKG squad. Karibu sana. Wazir Baba, I think it's your first time joining the stream and commenting. Thank you very much. Welcome to the UKG family. Moha as well, a Liverpool fan. Welcome to the stream. Justin Rina as well. I think it's the first time I saw you today on the comment section. Thank you. Final Boss joined, and Final Boss also gave us one coin and one gift. So he gave us 2 roses and one love you. So thank you very much for that. Thank you. God bless you so much for that. Jose Nyaoke, thanks for joining the UKG family. JJ as well, you joined the UKG family. Justin Rina as well joined the UKG family. Josh 254, I mentioned. Love Guy Charlton, thanks for coming on board the UKG family. Welcome. And that's it for today. I hope to see you tomorrow, same time, 9 p.m. And we'll discuss more. It's an international break. There isn't so much breaking news or so much updates, but yeah, we'll always have discussions. And I apologize today we didn't have the usual Ground Talk Live. I just wanted us to have a discussion about the INEOS era, how United have become ruthless. So see you next time. See you tomorrow. See you in the next live. Cheers and God bless. Bye-bye.